Hey everyone, your bro CJ is back, and I have leveled up. If you are wondering where I've been, well, I've been working on my other channel, Cool History Bros. Over there, I cover various historical East Asian topics, from the dynastic histories of China to Sengoku Japan. I even created a few series summarizing classic novels such as Romance of the Three Kingdoms and Water Margin. Complete summary of 120 chapters of the original text. Those were massive projects. But while I was working on those, I had also been working on another project in the background. For the last couple of years, I've been writing, testing, and designing something special. Something different. Well, since you already seen the thumbnail, I kinda spoiled it myself, didn't I? That's right, I'm creating an all-new tabletop RPG from the ground up. Cloudbreaker Alliance. Play as a cowboy orc. Deliver spells to your kicks with the Martial Arcanist class. Guns, spells, fist, phantasm, machinarms, we've got tons more options. Cloudbreaker Alliance is a science fantasy adventure game, created together with some of the most talented artists in the industry, from Japan, Europe, Australia, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and other parts of the world. What sets this RPG apart is its original game system. There is a very intuitive morale system used for combat situations, and practically all kinds of enemies can be neutralized and defeated without having to reduce their hit points to 0. Look at this Akra Boomaloo, for instance. A gorgeously terrifying monster created by our professional artist from Japan. When you reduce its hit points to 50% or under, it will falter and in desperation reveal its lethal stinger that deals massive amounts of damage. But with danger comes opportunity. If you use your brute strength skill or sleight of hand, you can pull the stinger off its tail and the creature will give up the fight and run away neutralized. The tool requirements of this game is super accessible. All you need are just 2 6-sided dice. Yes, that's it. Of course, having some tokens would help a lot, but those are not important. Obviously, you will also need pen and paper for this, or your virtual tabletop of choice, whichever you prefer. In this video, I'm going to briefly cover the world setting, game design philosophy, player options, and the estimated development timeline. But before we go into the world setting, let me bring you words from the sponsor of this video, World Anvil. World Anvil is a set of world building tools that help you create, organize, and store your world settings. It's got features that let you create wiki-like articles, interactive maps, historical timelines, and it's even got a RPG campaign manager and a full novel writing software. They have all the tools you will need to run your RPG campaigns or to write your novel. Players using the site can create characters for D&D, Pathfinder, Fate, and perhaps Cloudbreaker Alliance 2 in the future. You are provided with plenty of tools to bring your characters to life and to keep track of everything, from spell slots to game notes. So, check them out using the link below. By the way, if you use our code, Cloudbreaker, then you can get 40% off their yearly subscriptions. Okay, now, back to the world setting. 2,000 years before the present setting, for reasons that remained a mystery, a catastrophe struck the world. Wherever they saw, clouds descended to the ground in streaks of coralline wisps. And from behind the foul gleam, monsters emerged to savage and brutalize all lives. Luckily, a few pockets of survivors managed to resist the onslaught by clinging onto whatever resources they could find. And from there, they restarted their civilizations. In the mountainous region of Ilam, where it is blessed with ley lines and tranquil peaks, the population developed stupendous martial arts styles and mastered cosmic magic. In the dense forests of Feyland, nature-based arcane magic flow aplenty. In the Sanctum Sea, unparalleled spirit arms weapons were forged. And in Ulruk, the explosively volatile Cinder was discovered, and from it came machinarms such as guns. Fast forward to 100 years before the present, again, in a mysterious turn of events, the cloud walls that separated these civilizations collapsed. This unexpected reunion obviously created untold amount of confusion, and to add to the enigma, a bizarre new folks with ears that look like teacup handles were discovered. Humans. Again, fast forward to the present, a group of like-minded individuals formed an organization to finally fight back against the monsters and rediscover the lost people beyond the clouds. How have their societies evolved? One can only wonder. Is there such thing as a troll that hated the sensation of wind and sunlight on their skin? This organization is called, oh yeah, I'm saying it, I'm saying the title, the Cloudbreaker Alliance. To sum everything up in one sentence, Cloudbreaker Alliance is like a cross between Star Trek and Final Fantasy, with a dash of Terry Pratchett and wuxia fiction. The design philosophy is to focus on narrative significance and provide players with meaningful choices instead of dice rolling. The reason why Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson's Dungeons & Dragons became so successful is because it sets itself apart from its roots in wargaming by giving narrative significance to the player's choice and more agency. And this game will tap onto that first principle of providing the players with narrative significance. In Cloudbreaker, there are various critical situations, such as combat situation. By design, the natural flow of combat itself tells a story. This is based on the East Asian storytelling method, known in Japanese as Ki Sho Ten Ketsu. Start, rising tension, turnabout or twist, and finish. You can read more about this in Hirohiko Araki's Manga in Theory and Practice. Just to let you know, this is the principle used by the author of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So every situation, even combat, should have a narrative arc. As combat progresses in Cloudbreaker Alliance, you gain spirit tokens. And once you've gained enough, some classes can unleash devastating spirit burst attacks. This is where we get to the turnabout phase of the story. However, turnabout doesn't mean that the twist will always go in the favor of the players, because enemy bosses can gain special tokens too, to unleash their own special actions. So your group have to decide when you should use your offensive spirit burst or save for a defensive spirit burst. I will talk more about this in a future video. While Gary Gygax's game grew out of wargaming, Cloudbreaker takes its inspiration from Sun Tzu's Art of War. The most important factor of war is morale. So if you reduce your enemy's morale to 0, they will be routed, surrender, or put themselves at your mercy. This is actually very realistic, because in most wars, the actual numbers of people killed in combat is only about 15 to 25%. When you see massive casualty numbers, the victims are usually just put out of action due to injury, or they died due to disease or hunger, or maybe in captivity. Another important principle of Sun Tzu's Art of War is, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. So you don't get experience points by killing monsters. You just have to complete your mission to gain the rewards. But of course, your game master may decide that there might be some story-relevant combats that you need to fight. As for player options, there are classic RPG classes such as paladins and samurais. But we've got plenty of new ones too, like Spartans, martial arcanists, and phantasm user, which is a recreation of the 5e class I designed previously. For those who are fans of JoJo and Shaman King, we also have advanced classes that combine the two concepts. Each class have only about 5 to 6 features that can be improved as you increase its rank. So it is very easy and intuitive to learn. But if you want complexity, you can pick advanced classes too. Since you can have 2 classes active at the same time, you can have over 100 combinations. The race option in Cloudbreaker is called Lifeform. This is because we've got Artificiums, awakened objects which gained life, which is a common trope in East Asian literature, like Journey to the West. The version they have in Japan is called Tsukumogami, but it has other names in other countries. This also gives us the freedom to expand the options to sentient swords that possesses people in the future, so it leaves us plenty of room to play with. Instead of backgrounds or alignments, we use character quirks, so you can be haughty plus clingy. Essentially, you can create a tsundere character with the official rules. Your character's personalities are not dictated by your quirks. They are just features you can use to further accentuate their personality. Your character can be rough and tumble most of the time, but when she uses the kind and gentle quirk, you can immediately create a gap moe. Well, there would be no end to this video if I continue talking about all the features of the game. The current development timeline is to produce a demo pack by the first quarter of 2023, and I will launch the Kickstarter by the second quarter. If everything goes according to schedule, the final product will be released by 2024, along with the video tutorials. If you want updates on the status of this project, make sure you subscribe to this channel, the project's Facebook page, and Twitter profile. By the way, I will return to making videos for this channel while I'm working on this project. I'm planning on doing a video explaining Wuxia's power system in terms of Brandon Sanderson's magic system, and how you can use the tropes most people missed to tell your own story. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, check out my other channel if you want some historical contents and classic historical fictions. CJ, over and out.